Hey everyone, I'm Atul. I photograph beautiful spaces for living. Anything where design tell a story. But here is the little secret. A lot of my inspiration doesn't come from magazine or Pinterest. It comes from movies. I watch a lot of cinemas every day. Almost every day you can say that. Cinema is my visual playground, and today's video I'm sharing 5 films that every architecture and hotel photographer, interior photographer, everybody must watch. I believe cinema can teach you a lot about lighting, storytelling, compositions, and it's very important for every photographer, even the fashion, even the interiors, architecture. You must watch a lot of international cinema and even some of the Indian movies. And it's just not for the story, but for the lighting, the framing, the mood, the design language that speak to our creative eye. Sit back, this is going to be a visual ride. So my first, when I was making this list, तो शुरू की लिस्ट में मैंने अराउंड 15 फिल्म्स बनाई थी. उनको मैंने धीरे धीरे 10 करना शुरू किया, लेकिन आई डोंट वांट टू मेक वीडियो वेरी लॉन्ग, बहुत लंबा वीडियो नहीं बनाना था. तो मैंने क्या किया, मैंने उन लिस्ट को 5 में माइनस कर दिया, मतलब 5 बना दी मैंने फिल्में जो मेरी फेवरेट्स हैं. और मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अगर आप इसको देखोगे तो फोटोग्राफी, आर्किटेक्चर, लाइन, ब्लॉकिंग बहुत अच्छे से सीखी जाती है इन 5 फिल्मों से. इसीलिए मैंने 15 फिल्म्स को 5 कर दिया था. मेरी पहली फेवरेट फिल्म है द ग्रैंड बुडापेस्ट होटल, वेस एंडरसन. दिस इज़ द मास्टरपीस and this film is a visual feast. If you notice wallpaper pattern, pastel shades, how curtain falls, the movie will blow your mind. Almost every frame is a masterpiece. Color palette is like a designer's dream. Soft pink, deep purples, mustard yellow, velvet red, and the symmetry. Every frame is perfectly balanced. Lighting of each frame is a masterclass. It feels like someone built a dollhouse just to shoot a film. And here's the fun part. The hotel is not even a real hotel. They use an old departmental store in Germany and built the entire set from the scratch. So interiors was actually designed for the camera, not only for the shots. It's not just production design, it's interior design with purpose. Whether you shoot boutique hotel or stylish cafe, these movies teach you a lot of things. You know how to style a frame, you know how to do lighting. This is not just a film, it's a mood board for your next interior photography assignment. This movie teaches you how to style and frame with intention. This movie also teaches you about soft shadow with little brightness. This is not just a film, it's a mood board for your next interior photography assignment. Another film, but for the architecture point of view, Parasite, directed by Bong Joon-ho. This movie is another level of film, got the Oscar actually few years back. This movie is a pastel fantasy to sharp realism. In the list, this is one of my favorite film to watch. Let's talk about Parasite. This is the Oscar-winning Korean film. It's all about class, architecture and huge contrast. Here is the mind-blowing part. The main house was custom built only for the film from the scratch. You can see some of the BTS actually. You can go to YouTube and you can find some BTS of this film. Production designer actually designed the architecture first, like a real architect would, but for the story, for the film. The clean lines, large windows and open layouts, it's all flow into another. Every shot uses spaces and lighting like a character. Even the stairs tell you the story. The rich live above, the poor live below. It's a masterclass in visual storytelling. If you shoot architecture or want to explore the emotion side of interior, this film is full of idea. बहुत मजा आएगा इस फिल्म को देख के. इसमें ऐसे ऐसे फ्रेम हैं, मतलब I was watching the film, I was like, I wanted to shoot that space that time. Another film is a documentary. A documentary का नाम है Visual Acoustics. It's about the Julius Schulman. He was a very, very famous architecture photographer. And in 60s time, 60s to 90s or 2000, around that time, he done some amazing work. And that time he used to shoot a lot of interiors and architecture with halogen lights, hot lights. It's a must-watch film for every photographer. He is the original master. You have seen his most famous photos, I'm sure, everywhere. I have his 2 books and they are masterclass in photography. The 2 books come together in a box. This movie is all about the Stell House in LA, Two women sitting inside a glass house, floating over city lights. That's Man. The documentary show how he didn't just shoot buildings, he told stories, countless stories he told. He believed, don't just shoot an empty house, bring life to the frame. The people show lifestyle. This is what we do a lot nowadays. His composition in photography were thoughtful, natural and iconic. I'll definitely use this for iconic. He used different kind of setting, different kind of cameras that time. He was mostly shooting with large format cameras also. And this film is narrated by Dustin Hoffman, take you behind the scene of this genius. For us, as a photographer, it's inspiring to see someone who helped define how the world sees modern architecture. And the film I'm going to talk about Perfect Days, which is available on Mubi. Perfect Days by Wim Wenders is quite meditative film that celebrates beauty in the smallest space. It follows a man who cleans public toilet in Tokyo, but these toilets, they are not ordinary. They are designed by top architects like Tadao Ando and many others as part of the Tokyo Toilet Project. Each one is a piece of modern architecture. And the way they are shot is pure poetry. You must watch this. Light falling softly on tiles, shadow stretching across frosted glass, stillness in motion. Every frame feels like an interior shoot on film. Minimal, clean, peaceful. This film, you can observe in this film texture, pattern, material and mood. It's a perfect movie if you love Japanese aesthetic or shoot lifestyle interior. Sometimes the magic is not in the big space, it's the way you see the small spaces. Another my favorite film is not about architecture, it's not about interior, it's purely about photography. It's about a road trip, a son, dying father, and one last roll of Kodak film need to be developed. Somewhere in the US, I don't know where. Why does this film matter to us? Because it reminds us why we shoot, not for likes, not for trends, but for emotions. The film is soaked in warm tones, analog grains, golden hour window, an amazing journey. You must watch this. The kind of visual that feel like old memories, father and son traveling together, is capture what we often forgot. Photography is just not about techniques. It's about feeling, about presence, about storytelling. So here is the list again. The Grand Budapest Hotel for styling, color and symmetry. Parasite for space as a metaphor and masterful framing. Visual Acoustic for real architecture photography wisdom. Perfect Days for stillness, minimalism and mood. Kodachrome for the soul of true photography. Each of these films offer a different lens to look at the space we love and the stories we want to tell. If you find this helpful, please let me know. And in the comment, tell me what's your favorite film for visual inspiration. I love to watch next. Until then, keep seeing, keep shooting. Thank you.